Listeners, welcome in to the Southern Hang Studios, located in the beautiful city of Louisville, Kentucky. You are listening to an episode of the Southern Hang Podcast, a Kentucky-centric podcast. We discuss Kentucky-based topics. We discuss music from all over, and sometimes we might just go a little knucklehead and bounce around a bit. In the studios today, you have the core group of Brian Redmond, Sherman Brown, Neil Wilding, and myself, Craig Cotton. Folks, this episode is going to be one of these knucklehead episodes, possibly. It could be music-based. You just might hear a sonnet or a haiku. Just like you, I have no clue what is going to happen or get thrown at us. It is random topic Sunday morning with each of us having a few things we're going to throw at each other to get honest responses. So sit back, buckle up, and listen in, because I have no clue where this episode is going to. Fellas, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what comes out of some of y'all's mouths.
I don't know what kind of expectations you're setting, but I got no haiku.
You got no haikus?
I was trying to get my head wrapped around what's the difference between a sonnet and a haiku.
I just thought I sounded cool when I said sonnet. I don't know what it is either. Haiku has like a five thing, right? There's like a 5-sentence something with a haiku. I don't know what a difference is either, but I'm not coming with a sonnet or a haiku either.
575, right? Haiku.
Sure,
sounds
you
right.
got one?
Syllables.
Fire
Syllables.
down, fire down, buddy. You got one, boys?
I got nothing on sonnets though.
A Kentucky-based haiku about Cole Chaney. Fire down.
I think you're done. I think you just did it.
Oh, is that it?
Fact check us in the comments.
Open the door, step in, close the door. That's how he gets things done.
Well, who wants to fire out some random knucklehead shit, or possibly, lay some knowledge on us? Anybody want to?
I'll jump in. I'll jump in today. I don't know if I'm feeling froggy. I don't know if I'm feeling froggy, but I'll jump in. And it's tangential to our weather situation.
All right.
Right? So it's been cold and blistery. Mm-hmm. What I want to know, and I must say that my two topics, I think, contradict one another, which is also kind of awesome. But at any rate, I digress. So my first question, what is the best ice?
It's the best. Oh.
Because you've got all kinds of different ice. You've got the ice trays, right, that you put in your freezer. Those are just kind of big, blocky, square ice. You got some ice makers that almost make, you guys remember like little banana-shaped ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the White Castle?
The little pellet ice?
Yeah, the little pellet
nugget ice?
I call that Sonic ice, but yeah.
Oh,
you've got shaved ice? You've got shaved ice?
Yeah.
You've got some of the ice makers that almost make it with like a little hole in the middle.
Hawaiian ice?
Is that Hawaiian joint? my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which pretty much makes me a vegetarian.
Oh, no, that is a tasty burger.
Yeah.
And you can also get like just the one if you're having like a bevy. Some of the restaurants, and I think GE and maybe some other people make it. You could make like your own little cube of ice, right? Like just
the bourbon, like for
a little bourbon. Yeah, for a little bevy.
Yeah.
Like just big block of ice.
I had a bevy last night, and I enjoyed asking. I said, I will take my bevy on the rock. And I thought that I enjoyed it because it's just one big ass.
Did you put your eyebrow up when you ordered it?
Yeah, there's no rocks. And then they have it emblazoned with their stamp of said, we were at the last refuge last night. Cool place in Louisville. Best bourbon back bar of all time. But I had a bourbon on the rock.
The rock, the solid, like the big chunk of ice.
Yeah.
I feel like that's become like a standard now. If you're going to have an upscale bar, you got to serve those ice cubes.
Well, they say it doesn't melt as much, right?
Correct.
That's right.
It doesn't mess with the flavor and the aroma and all that bougie. Like you might as well be ordering avocados, right, Sherman?
Now you're talking my language. The non-drinker, I'm like waiting for my place to jump in. Talk about avocados.
Well, it doesn't have to be with alcohol. I mean,
you don't have any drinks. You don't drink anything, huh? You're like I consume no liquids.
You drink everything neat, just water out of the tap.
I use all the ice. To be very clear, I use ice for everything. But I don't. The rock though, like that's not been a thing because I stopped drinking before that was like the thing.
Well,
but
so
I do use it. But I will use it for like soft drinks because it does the same thing. Like I don't want to water down
Yeah.
Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, I use them too. So, are y'all the drinkers of the bunch? Are y'all Maker's Mark ambassadors? Do you even know what that is?
I think I still am, but I don't. I'm not getting any more goodies. I need to re-up. I need to search
Yeah.
my ambassadorness.
Yeah,
you should.
Everything Red just said, I concur.
So I think they might have stopped doing this, but they used to send out goodies, right? So it's basically just getting on their mailing list, but they would send you an annual gift. And like one year it was wrapping paper with little Maker's Mark logos on it, but one year it was a tray, and so it's where you can make 4 of the little round, and I still got it. It's sitting in my freezer right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Gets plenty of use.
Yep.
I had the tray.
Right along with the pizza oven.
That's true. Yes, that's what we need is a night of bourbon with the ice tray and the uni oven.
Diet Coke.
Uni.
Yeah.
Diet Coke, sir.
Don't leave out the Diet Coke for my man.
Did you get the little scarves for the bottles and the little earmuffs for the bottles and the caps for the bottles?
Yeah.
And sweaters.
It's brilliant marketing.
One year it was
Yeah.
sweaters.
Sweater for the bottle.
I pull them out every year. Like, we decorate the house for Christmas, and you got to decorate the bar.
I do. I bet decorate the bottle of Makers. It's sitting on the bar for sure.
So Red, what's the number one ice, buddy? When do we get to learn? What is Red's?
Well, there's one
the
answer
banana,
that's
the
correct.
banana, the little banana shavings.
The banana
There is
tailpipe?
only one answer.
Oh, there's only one answer.
It's pellet ice.
Nugget ice for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree.
I don't think there's a disagreement here, unless Craig's going to jump in.
He's thinking real hard.
Right now I agree right now, but I'm still going through my ice hierarchy, and I'm going to have this discussion because I like to argue over knucklehead shit in my house. So I will definitely bring this up to the powers that be and find out what they. But I'll agree.
And you can get set ice, right? Like you could buy a machine for your house, right?
Yeah.
Or you're on the road, you got a little family trip, little family vacay, run by your local Sonic and say, give me a bag of that shit. And they'll give you a bag of the pellet ice. Well, they'll sell it to you. They won't give it to you. But you can get a whole bag of that. You with your hand up. Craig Cotton, go.
So I think you got to put it into a situation, though. Like in a drink, your favorite soda pop, booyah, the Sonic ice that you're talking about. But if I'm packing a cooler to go to the lake, I ain't using that teeny tiny ice because it'll melt too fast. I got to go with, a bigger sized ice. So I think it's situational.
Lake ice isn't even in the topic.
No, it's only drink ice.
Drink ice.
It's only drink ice.
It's only soda pop ice.
Lake ice isn't even really ice.
I agree. That's ice for different function.
Cooler ice is not an ice.
Cooler ice is not ice.
Cooler ice is the same as lake ice. Are we agreeing on that?
Yeah, for sure.
It's cooler ice.
And the invention that we did not need. We may have already talked about this on an episode. I don't know. I feel like I just talk about this all the time.
I feel like we're at where we're going.
The sealed bag on your ice for your lake ice, for your cooler ice, instead of the twisty at the top. You're like, hey, give me 2 bags. And now it's got like a heat seal on the top.
Oh.
Nobody could pick that shit up. That's the worst invention ever.
Like a Ziploc? Is that what you're saying? Like a seal?
You're saying you go to
It's like a heat seal. There's an extra inch on top. Yeah.
Don't need
There's a
that.
gas station that
No
they do
need.
that?
Every gas station does it.
You're going to some that's
Kroger
wrong.
does it.
You're some bougie ass ice because my gas station's still some. It's
Even
the
down
regular,
at the lake. Even down at the lake. I go down to the lake and they got it.
Not my lake.
Yeah.
Not my gas station.
I've been to your lake. I know your lake.
All right. Well, Neil, you're always good for a discussion, a story, a topic.
Well,
Get us something.
the one I thought about, very unrelated to ice or what, but we had. Obviously, I'm going music and thinking about a time where an older song goes viral today, and it's like it becomes current again.
Oh, I got you.
And that happened recently. Yeah. So I didn't watch this show, but there was a pretty popular show. I don't even know what service it was on, called Heated Rivalry.
Nope.
I got nothing.
And I'll give you the premise. It's an odd show, but it's basically like if two NHL players suddenly fell in love, and it's a love story of two hockey players.
All right.
And that's a real show, and I think the ladies loved the show. It was like a way to get sports into like getting the chicks to dig it. But there was a song that went viral from, evidently it was like a very important moment of the show, from a band called Wolf Parade. And Wolf Parade.
Wolf Parade, CT.
Is that
there you go.
Spoon's cousin?
Yeah, well, they're from the same era. They're an indie rock band, and I've been listening to Wolf Parade for 20-something years.
Of course you have.
And of course.
You probably got a morning motto that's based on Wolf Parade, I'm sure.
Well, and I got vinyl record sitting right here, my boys. Don't even
You knew that was coming. You knew that was coming.
But they were part of, like, their debut album was produced by Isaac Brock of Modest Mouse. Like, they're like the indie rock of the early 2000s. But now they're popular.
Are they?
And so they have a song called I'll Believe in Everything from their debut album. That whole thing, I'm telling you guys, this is not the Jam of the Week segment, but it would fit. I'll Believe in Everything. It's an awesome song.
All right.
And so any type of show that is going to bring forth some greatness that is Wolf Parade, I was happy to see it.
All right.
And it is trending. And so it is, like, if you look at like the top songs that are streaming these days, like there's a Wolf Parade, just a random song from 20 years ago.
I'd like to go
from the indie rock.
I'd like to go to a Wolf Parade. I think that'd be kind of cool, just to,
Like an actual parade.
yeah, of wolves. Yeah, like I don't know how they'd keep them in line, but I think that'd be kind of fun to check out.
I think
I'll sit right behind you. That's how that's gonna go.
I just realized the band names you throw out, it's like throwing out the apps that schools use today for their kids. Like log into your Wolf Parade, but don't forget to check your math and Modest Mouse and
Yeah. Well, they've got they got a side project, Handsome Furs.
yeah.
The one that comes to mind to me is the one from not this season but last season of Stranger Things with the
Kate Bush.
yeah,
Kate Bush.
Yeah, that song,
Absolutely.
blew up.
Climbing up that hill?
Yeah.
What was the song?
I could hear Norm.
Climbing up that hill.
Oh, that was the song.
Running up that.
Oh, running up that hill. Yeah, it was like part. I didn't watch all of those, but evidently it was part of the. They wrote it into the story.
I've corrected Neil on a music. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
The fact that I got that, I'm done for the day. I'm just logging out, guys.
I hang my head in shame.
No, you're fine. You're at a level. You're elite. I'm just trying to get there, but I got my one today.
So Wilder, you love to dig into the little nuances of this shit, and needle drops and all the other goodies, right? So, did that activity start with Wayne's World and Bohemian Rhapsody?
I don't know if it started with it, but
Ooh, I
mean that song, Bohemian Rhapsody,
yeah.
played in Wayne's World,
Yeah.
is one of the most iconic moments in movies.
But obviously, you brought back regenerated interest in Queen and
For sure,
right.
I think the
for sure.
I think the quizzing Redmond, quizzing Wilding on music knowledge, and we just do work, and then we just come to him without no knowledge on an episode might be, and we just like, what about this, Wilding? What do you know about this? And we just throw out random music trivia just to see if he can see if he knows it off the top of his head, or has the album sitting in his lap.
If he broke out the
Well,
Kate Bush
here's the
album
the Wayne's World soundtrack.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that, or
Yeah.
Queen. But yeah, that's a very good example, Red, of an older song becoming relevant again.
What was
with that?
What was the movie? It was, Sister Christian, but I feel like it was an older movie. Well, it wasn't an older movie at the time, but it was like, you know what I'm talking about, Sister Christian, Night Ranger?
I know the song.
Yeah.
I've sang it on this show, I'm pretty sure. At least hummed a few bars.
It might have been Boogie Nights, which would have been about the previous time. Scratch that.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Edit back 5 minutes. No.
Sherm, you wanna Sherm, you wanna give us a transition?
I'm gonna go, again, completely switching it up on you guys.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before on waiting tables. We talked about some of the things we did. What was the first job that first time you ever made money? It doesn't have to be. You might not have got a W-2. You might not have done whatever that thing is. Maybe you're making money. You're trying to get out and do a little hustling at 13 years old, 14 years old before you're actually able to go in and get an actual paycheck.
Yeah.
What for you was that first job, Craig?
I know at 13 specifically, we were living in Canyon Lake, Texas, and Dad took on the project of re-roofing our house, and I became his labor man. So I was picking up what are those, like 60-pound, 70-pound shingle bundles and going up the ladder and putting them all over the roof for my father, and we worked for about 3 days re-roofing this house. And then
at 13, you're carrying a bag of shingles up a ladder.
Fuck yeah, dog.
60 pounds?
Fuck yeah, I was.
I don't even know if I weighed 60 pounds.
We
13 years old.
We go to work.
That's Texas. You get raised in Texas.
We go to work early in the
difference.
Cotton household. We ain't raising no, like, sorry, bro. This is the real world. You better get to work. So both my boys are crushing it already. So 13. I remember being young. I was like eighth grade, 7th, 8th grade, somewhere around there. I was big enough. to do that. That wasn't that big of a deal. And then what I thought my favorite part was when my dad paid me, and I remember I made like $300, and he paid me all in $10 bills, and he came out and he counted them out. And so, man, I thought I was awesome. Like I had this just stack.
Yeah, you did.
Of for 13 years old, I was this is the shit. So that's my first like real money, outside of like mowing lawns and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that because we the last episode talking about going around and like shoveling snow, and at our local baseball park, Germantown, I was keeping score.
Oh yeah.
Score of and you show. I think it was like $4 a game. So looking back, I don't even know if it was. It was definitely over minimum wage, but it wasn't. But it wasn't much.
Did the money make it out of the ballpark?
But you're 12. Oh no!
Right?
They're
Get
like, you some Bazooka Joe gum.
Yeah, we're gonna loan you $4, so
you can turn it into snow cones, and lollipops.
2 games on a Saturday, and then you go back and just spend it all right there, or go buy baseball cards.
Yeah, my boys did the work. Both my boys did the work. The concession stands from like 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. They did all that. You'd take off because the parents have to volunteer at the Catholic school to take a concession stand, and they would sell it out to the kids, so they wouldn't have to go do their, so the kids would make like $10 or $20 a pop. So,
Sherm, do you ride your bike over to the ballpark?
Yes.
BMX bike or like banana seat Schwinn? What do you got? What are you rocking?
It was.
Do you have a baseball? Do you have a baseball card in the spokes?
Later, but not at that point though. It was like a put together kind of Frankenstein bike, bro. I didn't have like the.
Those were the best.
Oh, it was awesome.
Those were the best.
It was awesome.
Do you have mags?
Yeah, I did have mags later. That was on the second bike. The
after you got that concession stand money, you upgraded.
Exactly, dude. Just spent all my money on wheels.
Can you do an endo?
No, I could never do.
I could do an endo. That's about it.
I could do an endo.
Of the 4 of us, I may be the most non-athletic out of the 4. I'll take that. I couldn't get any of that stuff, dude.
Do you have the dice caps? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the filler upper air portion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I did not have that.
I'm not sure you had a bike.
It was a Honda. I had a Honda.
Neil's first job, he was a financial analyst at like 4 years old, and he was, he was doing the books.
Took my money.
No, but what I did do the first time I made money was with the baseball cards. I would wheel and deal, and I remember I would take them to the flea market, and the flea market always had a couple of guys set up, and I would barter and trade and sell cards. And in fact, I went and sold a bunch of cards so that I could buy my first car.
Oh wow!
Hot dang!
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Now, it probably means that I spent a shit ton of money on baseball cards so that I had enough to where I could then sell them to buy a card or buy a car. But no, I bought my grandmother's car from her just to have wheels as a 16-year-old.
Was that like
Sierra,
a crimson
Buick,
Honda
yeah.
hatchback? Honda Accord hatchback?
That was like my second car.
That was your second car? All right.
Yeah. That I sold to Carico after I got in a bad accident.
Yes, you did.
And the door didn't open, and I sold it to Carico. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's a direct correlation, but what you should have done was become the Chrysophilus of the fraternity. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I feel like when we did our time there, I feel like everybody that was the treasurer magically got a new car.
You say that like I wasn't the treasurer, and I didn't get a new car.
Were you the treasurer? Did you get a new car?
I was, and yes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Connecting the dots.
Funny how that works. Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, nobody paid enough dues for anybody to actually buy a car.
All right, y'all ready? Or do we need to Did we discuss what you did? Do you even have a job yet? When are you deciding to get your first job?
Pre W2 was cutting grass. And I don't know that I had like a shit ton of yards. I feel like it was one, like kind of, I was going to turn it into a big deal, and it just never blossomed.
Yeah.
But Gunnar was actually asking me questions this weekend. Like he's trying to find out how to make a little cache.
Yeah, man.
He's wanting to get the power washer out, right? He's like, hey, what do you think I could charge? Like, do we still have the push mower? Like, how do I make money this summer?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
HUSTLEI, hustler. Get them to work.
Yeah.
Yep, that's both my boys have done all that stuff. Now they're off making adult jobs. All right, is everybody ready?
No.
For my first
Hang
piece
on.
that I've got. Are you ready?
All right. Yep.
Is that haiku?
All right, buckle up. This is
cuss at
called
me.
Rapid Fire with Redmond. Oh, are you ready? I'm throwing out 10 movies. I'm gonna do them one at a time, and you got to give me your favorite quote. And they're all ones that you know. I did not go pick some obscure flick, but I'm gonna throw out a movie. I need your fastest quote that comes to your head as soon as I say it. Are you ready?
I feel like this is pressure. Like,
Are you ready?
You
Sure.
need to get your phone ready to hit Google. Real quick.
When I think movie quotes, I think Red. I think music. I think Wilding. So you're the movie quote guy.
Odds are I'm going to only know 2 of these movies.
Oh, you've got them all. Here we go. Number 1, A Few Good Men.
You can't handle the truth.
Good. Tombstone.
I'm your Huckleberry.
All right. Back to the Future, the original. Not
1.21 gigawatts.
Very good. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, and get busy living or get busy dying.
Nice. Rocky.
Adrian!
This is better than what I thought. Than when I envisioned this. Breakfast Club.
What is it in simplest terms? You see us as you want to see us?
Yeah.
A brain, a jock, a basket case, a criminal, and something else?
Impressive.
I can nail a segment, Red. Keep going.
He's killing it. Trading Places.
I'm just going to go with Merry New Year.
Happy New Year. Animal House.
This was actually my senior quote in high school. Over? Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Germans? Forget it, he's rolling.
Well, you're killing it. You're 8 for 8 so far. You got 2 to go. Godfather.
I don't know if this is Godfather 1 or Godfather 2.
Well, I didn't specify.
Where he tells him never to go against the family? Fredo? Never go against the family?
Yeah, never go against the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And for your final rapid fire with Redmond, Silence of the Lambs.
Having a nice friend for dinner and some Chianti. Some fava beans and Chianti.
Fine job, sir.
Oh,
Fine
my
job.
God.
Fine job. The rapid fire with Redmond may have to come back in a future episode. I really enjoyed that.
Oh my God.
That was interesting.
You're not sweating, are you?
It does feel hot here. It feels like the blood pressure just went up.
And delivered in the hot seat, though, man. Nice work.
Crushed it.
Well, Red, do you want to bring us back around on your other topic? You said they were like a cross-sectional, one defeated the other.
Yeah.
Something. You something with something.
So my first one was, what is the best ice, right?
I was there.
You were there. Well, I don't know if I know you can hear me. I don't know if you listen to me.
I got
regular. Or maybe it's the other way around.
I got old regular old pouring ice in my water, the kind that just comes out of your ice machine. It's just
kind of floats there and looks at you.
Just big slivers, nothing exciting.
Wishing it was nugget ice.
Got that lake ice.
Fucker, now I'm pissed. Hell yeah.
What is more subjective? Taste for food or music? Like if you say, hey, this is good. Ooh. How do you know what I like? How do you know how hot I like my wings? How do you know? Like we just got these new fried green tomatoes up here with a little bit of pimento cheese on them, some bacon, and a jalapeno. I think they're delicious.
Right.
Or we talk about music, right? You say your boy Johnny Blue Eyes. He's over there down by the blue skies, down there by the creek, walking on water.
Right.
What makes that right?
I'm probably gonna go music, just because there are definitely people. I don't argue as much about food. They're like people are like, this is delicious, and most of the time I'm like, I think you're right, unless you're gonna throw me an oatmeal raisin cookie. I don't really argue that much. But music,
that's not my intent.
Yeah, but music, I'm gonna be like, they're gonna be like, I love this whomever. And I'm like, dude, that dude sucks. Like, I am not down with that artist, and I'm not listening to that person at a show. I'm sorry to all the DMB people, but that's my favorite. I'm not a Dave guy. I don't like Dave Matthews. Never have. Don't understand it. Can't figure out the love of it. And so, but hey, each their own. But I will definitely argue over what is better music versus food. I think. At least that's my take. That's my subjective take.
I don't know what you think makes you right, but go ahead, Neil Sherm.
I don't know. Both, I think, very subjective. But I think there's probably more variance in music than food. So, and the more variance, the more varied opinions you get. So, I think I'd probably go with music as well.
I would agree with that. I think it is definitely more varied on music. But as soon as you said it, something jumped in my head that bothers me, and it bothers me when people talk about food and they're giving their review, and then they just start talking about how big the portion was. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what we're talking about. Because if that's the question, and that's what you're basing it on, you just got more food. You didn't get better food. Like if you're giving a review of a restaurant, like portion size is awesome, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't care. I'll order. Like that is,
that doesn't
value whatever you want to do, but that shouldn't be we're talking about how good it tastes.
Right.
So don't hit me with I got 87 pounds of crap. That is like, I don't need.
You got that concession stand money. You'll just buy 2 of them if the portion's too small.
I'll sell those mag wheels and go get whatever I need. I'll get my nachos at the concession stand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think on the
that.
music. Yeah, I think on the music. To Neil's point, I think it just depends because what I'm into. Some people are into. You could make some people are just lyrics, and that's what they're listening to is what the song and what the front man's saying, and then others it's the jam and the band behind it all.
And the bop.
The feel. And the bop.
I don't know if this is, I guess, more just tangential to the topic, but I will 100% judge a person if I say, hey, do you want to try this guacamole? And they go, I don't like it. And I go, you don't like guacamole? Never had it. I'm like, well, but they won't try it. That drives me nuts. I'm like, how do you know you don't like something if you ain't gonna try it? So like, I'm pretty open about my anti-raisins. I've eaten plenty of raisins. I don't like a raisin, but I've eaten them. It's not like I just blew them off. But when a person just tells me, hey, I don't like that, and I go, oh yeah, well, what do you not like about it? I don't know. I never tried it. I'm like, well,
certainly pro green bean.
Oh, I'm very pro green bean. Very pro.
It could be like childhood trauma, Craig. Like apparently, in kindergarten, this little dude, and I don't know if I didn't like him or something happened that made me not like him, but he brought in chocolate cupcakes for his birthday. You know who didn't like chocolate for like 15 years? You just got two thumbs and didn't like chocolate? This guy.
Really?
And I never knew what. And apparently I do like chocolate. I just didn't like that kid. And because he brought in chocolate, I decided I didn't like, because I was associating chocolate with him.
Oh, with that dude.
Yeah.
Did this come out in therapy? Were you just in therapy?
I thought we were in therapy.
I hate chocolate.
I thought I was laying on a couch. Is that
Just
no?
right now?
Well, that was the rapid fire with Redmond is what broke him down.
Yeah, I thought we were in the trust tree. I thought we were in the trust tree.
We're still there. We're still there. I mean, don't name this kid. I don't want him out there.
I have no idea who it was. Yeah.
Heck with that guy and his chocolate cupcakes.
Find this kid.
Dang, now I want a chocolate cupcake.
Chris and his chocolate cupcakes. We'll get him.
I'm jonesing a chocolate cupcake, something awful right now. I'm gonna.
Don't put any raisins in there.
Yeah. Oh, ain't nothing. And absolutely nothing. Yep. All right. Let's switch on, or unless there's another outtake we got on that one, but
I think we're good.
fire down there, Wilding. What you got? You got something else?
Well, the only thing I wanted to do is add a jam of the week
Sorry.
on top of Wolf Parade. I think I told you on previous episode I was going to see Sunday Best
Yep.
at Mercury Ballroom.
That's Sunday.
And-
Sunday with no A.
Sunday with no A, as in put on your Sunday best.
Yep.
And I
Yes,
I
sir.
recently-
You with the green shirt. Hold on a second. We got a question from the crowd there, Neil. Hold on one second.
yes sir.
Sunday best with no A. So it's
Yeah.
like just Sunday?
Sunday.
Not
Sunday
Sunday.
best. SU.
Sunday.
Yep.
Sunday.
Sunday best.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Is
And
that,
that's
Friday, Saturday,
is
Sunday.
that somebody's name? Like Neil Wilding? Her name is Sunday Best?
That's the name of a band.
no,
That's a
it's
band
like
name.
it's a band name.
Nicholas
It's a
James. Go
band
ahead.
name
This is your
with
segment.
Nicholas Jamerson.
All right.
That's
My
right.
apologies. All right.
And I didn't know them when they originally came out. They've been putting music out for about 10 years. And came to them through Nicholas Jamerson and his solo stuff. And so I'm pumped to see them at Mercury Ballroom. They're actually playing together. I don't know if they played together recently much.
It's been a while.
Yeah. But I'm going to put a song on the playlist called Smoking Gun. And Smoking Gun was on one of the early Sunday Best albums, but then Nicholas Jamerson also just put it on his solo album. And it's a jam, and I'm pumped to see it live, and I figured I'd hijack a few minutes just to talk about
There you go. Live February 7th at the Mercury Ballroom.
it. Yeah.
Neil Wilding
So
will
this is-
be present.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I think this episode's going to air like the Monday after that, so,
That's all right.
but yeah.
Still just talk about recent concerts in the Kentucky
That's
area.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Neil, when this is something I've been thinking about. You go to a lot of shows. You do a lot. Well, I'm saying a lot of shows. You track a lot of bands.
I do.
We've talked about this, but when you go to a show and there's a band on that you have, either they're opening, whatever it is there a chance you did not look them up before you go to see them in the show? Is there even an option of that? Unless it's a festival where you clearly you're just
No.
maybe
Well, and
watching
in
somebody.
festival, I'm going to check most of them out too. Yeah. So the short answer is no. I'm gonna do my homework
I know I'm
for sure.
For sure.
I'm
I know-
similar, but I've thought about like that does happen to me where I don't know a band that's opening up, and
Well, like an
I just
opener.
thought about you.
An opener I might not know, but
Yeah.
every
yeah.
once
Like the
in a
guy,
while.
there is somebody opening this show, and off the top of my head, I can't even remember who it is, and I know. But I will be going to that dude's music to check it out, and just so I'm prepped.
Do you play music like when you sleep and just like get it through osmosis? Like, do you say I shot the light and curse the dark, and then you hit play on your playlist?
First off, I'm impressed that you remember that line.
I hear you. I listen to you.
Yeah. Did you go back and listen to that out? Because I can go pull that vinyl too.
I haven't. I haven't.
Shelf here. Yeah. Not while I'm sleeping, but while I'm working, I got music playing
In the
and
background?
I'm sitting at a desk and it's playing all day, and so that's how I pick it up through osmosis. For sure.
For sure.
Yeah. And it's usually, I think I've said this before, but I'll there's a few guys I follow on Twitter that'll post about a band or artist, and that's usually where I'm learning about new people, and I'll go and check them out and see if it sticks.
All right.
But Sunday Best is really good. It's like their music is like kind of jam bandy, Americana sounding. And then Nicholas Jamerson's solo stuff is singer-songwriter, Americana. It's good stuff.
I can't get over how different the name of the band sounds now that I know that there's no A in it. Like, I could hear the difference between Sunday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sunday Best.
Sunday Best.
All right.
Yeah, I know I'll map out a festival. If we're at a festival, I've already looked over the whole that particular day's lineup, and I'm like, oh, I'm here at 1:20. Now I'm running over to this person and gonna catch the back half of their set, at 2:15, and then I'm gonna run to this side of the festival to go see, especially like a Bourbon and Beyond or someplace that has multiple stages. Then I know I'm mapping out my day. Like, who do I want to catch?
I absolutely do it now because moving around is like a chore, right? But when I was younger and thinking about like running around, I did catch bands that I'd never seen before because I'd be walking by a stage or on my way to go get beer or whatever I was doing. And there, I hear something, I'm like, I kind of want to, this catches my ear and I want to run over and check it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Jam of the week. I may add one at the end, but it's more of a shout out. It's more of a shout out to add to our list. Sherm, you got something? You want me to fire down on some?
I got something that I didn't have. I only had one, and mine are tangential to each other.
Okay.
Similar, different than I guess where Red went. I talked about first job. When I met you guys, all in college, we're all studying, obviously trying to figure out what we're going to be when we grow up.
I didn't study.
Well,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure you remember when you first met us, but go ahead.
That's true. That part is true. You're in school. What did you think you were going to be doing when you were 50 years old, 52 years old? Where did you think you would be working? Whatever you want to say, however you want to say that. I was 100% thought I was gonna be doing something corporate, something very much in a bigger, big building downtown. Just trying to think out the back then at the hospitals and everything, healthcare, all of that type stuff. And Neil, I remember grabbing lunch with you, working at Vincor. When I was down there, but that was a summer job, and trying to work through the mailroom. Dennis Mitchell, I'm trying to remember who else was with me at that time. Just crazy stuff, but that was my belief and where I thought I was going to. It couldn't have gone any different. I work in politics and film now, two completely different worlds of all of that.
And podcasting.
I mean, that's my main. This is how I make my money,
right?
But those are my passions. Yeah. What about you guys? Where did you think you were going to be? What did you think you'd be doing?
I was going to be an astronaut. No, I have no idea. I really thought I was hoping, and there was a short window that I'd end up being I thought of maybe being a sports announcer or doing something like that on the news or doing something like that. I always thought that would be cool, but that never. I didn't pursue that. That was just a thought that sounded cool. But my previous statement about not studying was true, and so there wasn't a whole lot of actually moving towards that goal. It wasn't until later on that I, started getting my focus together. So
it's a good question, Sherm. So I don't know that I was educated enough on what the real world was at that age. So in high school, I feel like I found this letter. I don't know what I've done with it during our recent move, but in high school, our religion teacher, Mr. Daisy, had us write a letter to our future selves, right? He was going to mail it to us, and he did. So, you're 18 at the time, and 4 or 5 years later, he sends you this letter. Write down what you think you're going to be doing. And, at 22, I was going to be done with school and married and 1.5 kids and blah, 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 blah. But I was thinking, I thought like banking, like accounting, something along those lines, maybe. But I don't know. I think my perception of what life was like. I mean, obviously, I knew what my parents did, but you see a lot of these TV shows and like the glorification of lawyers and just the and none of that's even real, right? Like you watch a show like Suits or something, but that's kind of where my head was, I think, at a young age.
Yeah. I know that when I was in college, wasn't looking forward to being in the real world. I was a little nervous about like having to have a job and what it would even be. At 52, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. And I even had an internship like at Capital Holding Providian. Like I would, half a day I'd go, and that was Sherm, I think, when you and I would meet for lunch and stuff. I had like an inside peek into corporate America. And I had a cubicle, and I was showing up every day doing that, and I still didn't know what the hell it meant and what was going on around me, and no clue what I wanted to do. But I graduated, and I had kind of a connection into a job in the corporate world, and went there, and kind of just am still there. I mean, I got my own gig now, my own business, but I still, I think people think, oh, you go to college and you're on this exact path, and this is exactly what's going to happen, and that just ain't it, right? You got to find it.
Yeah. Well, the funniest part for me in thinking that out was that at whatever age that was, when we were grabbing lunch, Neil, I thought you had your whole life together. Like where you are and what you're thinking, I'm thinking this dude knows exactly what he's doing. He's on a path. He's got some big plan. And, it just is funny to hear, like, that's not where you
couldn't have been the more opposite.
Yeah. You were like, nah, I have no clue what I'm doing. So,
yeah.
Awesome.
I still don't know.
Perception, maybe.
Yeah, perception for sure. But, like, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
Yeah, just don't grow up.
I don't want to make anything bought or sold, sell anything bought or manufacture anything bought or sold, or sell anything manufactured. That's I don't know. That's not quite the quote, but
Do you remember
But we do need money.
Yeah. Well, it helps for sure. There was a commercial, and I don't even know what year it was, but it was like interviewing these kids. Hey, what do you want to be? But it was like the answers, like it was almost too real, right? Like I want to be in middle management.
Oh yeah.
Right. So it wasn't. I want to be an astronaut or a doctor. Like the normal stuff. But even to that end, I was trying to look over here on the bookshelf. There was a book I was reading. He was talking about his kids, right? And it didn't matter to him what his kids said they wanted to be, right? Whether it was a doctor, a lawyer, middle management, or even like a trash can collector, right? He's like, okay, that's great, right? You're gonna like work to be the best, right? So own your own business. How do you do that? So now school's important because you have to understand the financials behind it, or you have to understand the marketing to get your name out there, right? So like just kind of be supportive in that regard of it. But it was it kind of it really didn't matter what it was, but how do you make sure that you're the best in that area? And not that being the best is important, but I'm kind of competitive. I like to.
Yeah, well, whatever you're gonna do, put your name on it, own it.
If you're gonna do something,
if you're gonna do it, own it.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, y'all ready for me to transition to my final portion of what I got here? And do we have anybody else that has anything lined up? You want this to bring it home?
Roll with it.
All right.
Bring it home.
Here we go. So I have just written down, because we are a Kentucky-centric based podcast, I decided to go find me some Kentucky quirky facts. So, Kentucky, we boast the world's longest cave system, Mammoth Cave, which is over 400 miles. In the world, we have the biggest cave system. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
We produce 95% of the world's bourbon. Seems like that one was probably pretty known also.
And I hear 100% of the bourbon worth drinking.
Ooh,
Facts.
And
I like that better.
Subjective. That's a subjective. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's not
subjective to what kind of bourbon you like and what kind of ice is in your bourbon.
I don't think it matters. I'm sticking with Sherman.
All right. I'm in. All right.
Next statement. Next clue.
All right. Cumberland Falls is the only waterfall in the Western Hemisphere that regularly produces a moonbow or a lunar moonbow. So we're the only state in the Western Hemisphere, or the only area in the Western Hemisphere that has a moonbow. So
Isn't there?
I have not. Go ahead.
I was going to say, aren't there only 2 places in the world that have the moonbow?
Yes, sir.
I think it's,
Yeah.
I think the other one's in Africa, maybe, or somewhere.
I've seen that one. I haven't seen the one here in Cumberland.
You haven't
Falls.
seen the one in Cumberland?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's only like
I have not seen the moonbow, but I've been to Cumberland Falls several times. We just haven't. It hasn't worked out. But that's our family. We love getting down there.
And
So,
right around the corner from Laurel Cove Music Festival that's coming up. You could go do both. Go do the music festival, go see the moonbow. Well, I don't know when the moonbow's in session, so I'm sure it's a seasonal.
When it's a full moon.
it is.
You know.
That's how
It's
that works.
not,
that
it's
how it
not
works?
seasonal. It's just the full moon.
When the full moon hits the sky,
That's
moonbow
the
over the falls.
Full moon and no clouds. So it's like, you got to book your hotel and then hope for the best.
Pray.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope's not a strategy, by the way. Chris Thomas.
Kaylin's restaurant here in Louisville claims to have invented the cheeseburger in 1934. Nolan and Kayla just went there not the other day, but
That's right. If you can't
wave.
stop, please wave.
That's
That's what
right.
the sign says.
oh, there you go.
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
Hamburger, cheeseburger, hot dog, fish. Sorry, that's from a local that's from a local place in Houston, Texas that we used to go to. That guy, I think I've said that on the show before. The guy used to yell that out at the hamburger stand. All right, Colonel Harlan Sanders began to sell fried chicken from his roadside restaurant in Kentucky during the Great Depression. But do y'all know where he opened up the first franchise? Do you know where the first franchise was?
Shelbyville, Kentucky.
Claudia Sanders' restaurant now, right?
Well, the
Shelbyville?
first one.
Is that?
That's not.
I'm asking.
That,
I
no,
don't
no.
know the answer.
The answer.
Where is it?
The first franchise for Kentucky Fried Chicken was opened in Salt Lake City, Utah, in 1952.
Oh, you said franchise. Oh,
Franchise.
Yeah, we missed that part.
Franchise.
Yeah. Trick question.
We're really bad at paying attention.
Can you ask that question again?
Yeah. Do you? Right. No. Too late. All right. And my final.
Park City. Is that what you said?
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City franchise, 1952.
I was looking for a Sundance reference there, so
Copy.
film festivals in Park City.
That'd be
Go
fun
ahead.
too.
That would be.
Let's go to that.
Let's do this.
And my final quirky note on Kentucky. Kentucky isn't technically a state like Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Kentucky is a commonwealth. So,
Commonwealth.
yep.
Hold up. Are you saying we're not a state?
We're not a state. We're a commonwealth.
We're Commonwealth.
We are a state. We are a commonwealth. Are you saying
You're a-
Virginia's?
Just like a square rectangle thing?
Are you saying Virginia's
Can you
a
be
state,
both?
but they're also a commonwealth? Because isn't Virginia a commonwealth? We talked about commonwealth on shows.
Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Kentucky are all commonwealths. Does that answer your question? Are you in a state? Are you in a state of confusion?
Are you suggesting there should only be 46 stars on the flag?
Puerto Rico's out there too. I think we should be 51, and then so 47.
Puerto Rico.
But I don't know. Puerto Rico.
So talk about the flag. So you got 13 stripes, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Colonies.
Yes.
For the
that's it.
colonies, you got 50 stars.
Yep. Yep.
What does that represent?
46 states and four
And
commonwealths.
Wrong.
apparently to-
Wrong again.
To cotton. I think a commonwealth is. I'm agreeing with you, Red, and I think Neil said it. Rectangles and squares. Like a square is a rectangle. Rectangle's not a
I
square.
can get behind that stuff.
A state is a commonwealth. The commonwealths are not all states.
All kayaks are canoes, but
Or
not
all
all.
commonwealths
but
are
not
states.
all
The way around
canoes
states
are
are
kayaks.
commonwealths, yes.
Yeah,
All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Truth.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, I can get behind that logic.
Hey, Cotton, I got another one for you.
Go ahead.
So this episode's going to drop on the Monday after Super Bowl.
Correct.
So being a Kentucky-centric podcast, University of Louisville and University of Kentucky, there's only been one Super Bowl MVP that went to either one of those universities.
Dion.
That's right. My man, I'm looking at his picture right here. I got an autographed picture. Deion Branch was MVP of, which one was it? 2005.
All right. New England Patriots.
And he's now a coach at University of Louisville. How about it?
Very good.
Go Dion.
Go with your heart on the color of the Gatorade for the prop bet, and you just might get yourself a new driver.
I don't understand any of that.
Wildy had prop bets one year, and the deciding factor was the color of the Gatorade at the end. Right, I chose blue Gatorade, and it was substantial. It was a couple $100, so I got a new driver on the Super Bowl prop bets. Like, you put five in or 10. I don't even know what it was, 5 or 10 in, and win all the money. I think it was a fundraiser or something, right, for one of the leagues you were running.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Might have been. Yeah.
He was making money for his baseball cards.
Blue Gatorade gets you a new driver
Gatorade.
in the state Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Is that what we got to say now?
And with that, is
folks,
a wrap. Yeah.
Good show, folks. This was fun. I enjoyed, and I'm hoping that Rapid Fire Redmond comes back for future episodes. I may just write that out on a few future shows and just be like, just randomly in the middle of the conversation, nope, time for Rapid Fire with Redmond, and it, and I'll just see how well you can do.
I do feel like I gave one inaccurate answer. If I can go back and make a correction,
go ahead.
On A Few Good Men,
yeah.
It's not. I mean, obviously everybody knows, right? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
I panicked. I've never played the game before. I don't know what to think. But I think my favorite quote is, "You're a lousy fucking softball player, Jack."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's one of the most quotable movies. There's 1,000 of them.
There is.
But that is fantastic.
There is.
Yeah.
All
All right, people. Enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us today in the Southern Hang Studios, and we will catch you on the next episode.
All right. See ya.
See you, boys.